Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Run, Eat, Drink podcast Wednesday night live chat. I am your co-host, Dana. Your host, Amy, if you can hear it in the background, is playing the part of craft services tonight and will be joining us momentarily. Apparently, we're being treated to a frozen cocktail of some sort tonight. Oh, Katie is in the chat over on Instagram. Oh, Josh in Alabama waiting for a nasty line of storms to come through tonight. Thoughts with you, man. Be careful. Hopefully you're not driving tonight. For those of you that are joining us, please tell us who you are, where you're from, what you're drinking tonight. Welcome to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And of course, our friends over on Instagram, where we got the party started just a little bit early as we were getting everything ready in the minutes leading up to the 7 o'clock hour. And John over here on Instagram says, "So proud of Amy, craft services." Yes, she is wearing many, many hats, and she's doing it. And it's John says, "It sounds like you're building a house." That would be, she's dealing with ice trays and the blender. So yeah. Oh goodness. Let's see here. I'm trying to multitask here. Watch from Nashville to Montgomery. Oh goodness. Just be careful. When you get a storm front like that, I know out y'all's way that tends to spin off tornadoes. Just be safe. Be very, very safe. Oh, we got Cheryl and we got Katie over here on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome, ladies. Oh, she could hear you. Instagram was bugging out on you, but you could hear the blender. Okay, well, what was probably happening was the volume of that might have been making the microphone clip there a little bit. So hopefully not much anymore. Yep. And be careful with those storms. Absolutely. She's building a house. She's building a delicious mocktail. And Dan from the Cape Coral Running Group, are we running either of the 5Ks this weekend? This weekend is not a scheduled race weekend for us. I don't know that we may do something last minute, but we don't have anything currently planned. So I think that's a TBD. Of course, you guys know the rules. I show up where she tells me to run, and I run and I carry the gear. So that's how that works. Oh, Rhonda Lee, thanks for popping in. If you can't stay tonight, all is well, but we are glad that we can see you for just a second. And for the record, you're enjoying an old-fashioned tonight. Rhonda Lee over on Facebook, making us truly international. Thank you. Oh, Cheryl, it was you. You were freezing and you couldn't type. It was a 50-50 shot. It could very well have been us. Just saying. Josh, you just be careful. You laugh all you want to at them when it comes to tornadoes. Josh over here is over on YouTube now. Just be safe. Having taken that direct hit here in 2016, not a fan. I 0 out of 5 would not recommend being in a tornado. This is the finest sparkling water that SodaStream could provide. Not a sponsor of the show. However, we do love having a SodaStream. Probably saves me $1,000 a year just on carbonated beverages. Oh, Katie, I am so sorry to hear that. Katie over on YouTube saying that Mark just tested positive for COVID. Just, you know what? Rest, talk to your, whatever doctor says to do, but rest and chicken soup and TLC. Goodness. Oh, Trip is over on YouTube. Goodness. Wait a minute. You slept with your rain boots on last night, Jennifer Fink, over on
Who's drinking
Instagram.
Small batch 1792?
That'd be John Schroeder. John is living his best life.
I bet.
And like I told everybody, you were making some sort of crazy cocktail here. I am very excited about this. And Amy could explain it all.
I just all over the map here tonight. Yes.
And Trip Billy is in over on the tubes as well. As soon as Amy gets in here and gets settled, we'll be
all right. It's probably gonna melt through
more combobulated.
Oh, I think we'll be even more discombobulated.
And here's my lovely host, the actual talent.
No.
The Batman to my Robin.
No. You're the Batman.
The Cher to my Sonny.
No, I'm not nearly as attractive. Let's just be real. Hi, everybody. Hi. I made it. It was a failure, an epic failure here that I tried.
I don't know. It sounded like you were pretty successful at doing something in there.
Okay. So as you all know, good evening, Runcation Nation. I love you all. I miss you all. I am so happy to be with you tonight. If you can be here, if anybody's watching back, not live, I just wanted to wish Darlene and Susie good luck on their Savannah half.
Yes.
And wish a happy birthday to Main Street Miles Meg's dad. And I have lost it. If you have a race upcoming that I haven't wished you luck in this weekend, please put it in the chat. Either way. So we can anywhere so that we can wish you luck. But those are the two I have off the top of my head. And what can I tell you? I was in the Run Eat Drink podcast test kitchen, and this is truly a test. Can they hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
So far, so good.
All right. So
at least nobody has said, I can't hear you.
Okay, good. Good. And Katie, we're thinking of you and Mark, and just take care of each other. That's what I would say from what little I overheard. Now, we've been experimenting with these alcohol removed wines at frewines.com. And so this is just it was supposed to be a slushy drink, but it turned out to be more of like a snow cone consistency.
Okay.
So that's why I have spoons in here for us, etc. Or, if we let it melt long enough, then, then it will become a slushy.
Tell us all about it while I'm sharing to.
This epic failure is brought to you by the person who should not be in charge of craft services. That's me tonight. You should definitely not put me in charge of craft services at all. Okay. This is the free rosé. Rosé all day. I did use it all day. I poured it into our ice cube tray and let the rosé become frosé. Frosé, I guess.
I like it.
And I was supposed to put it with a pint of fresh raspberries. All we had was frozen raspberries. So I just rolled the dice, added a little bit extra liquid, not too much, and then just in the blender, which probably sounded like the house was coming down.
It sounded like somebody was getting a house built.
And I'm sorry for that. And what we have here is the raspberry frosé shaved ice, which was supposed to actually be a frozen beverage. Sorry.
Grapes of sadness is what Josh says. No, actually, we honestly have been very impressed
Yeah.
with these.
And then so this is what it looks like, I guess. This is what it is. Here.
Maybe a little more liquid next go.
Yeah.
During round 2.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm very sorry.
Taste it.
I don't know.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Sorry. Next time your craft services.
Froze all day. Yep.
Well, it
sounds a little seedy, Josh says.
It does have seeds.
Over on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It is, in fact, a little seedy, but
yeah.
That's the one thing I actually like about I like blackberries, raspberries. I like the seeds? I like the little crunch of the seeds.
Oh, because when I used to make this with champagne, like a little bottle of bubbly and sugar and actually just boil everything and then put it in the freezer to make a granita, I would strain it to get the seeds out before I froze it. In the alcoholic version of this actual recipe where, what can I say? It's frozen. It's more like sorbet, I guess. Or frozen ice or something like that. So, do you need to take a call, sir?
Sadly, I do. So okay. Hang out, talk amongst yourselves.
So yeah, so we're trading out. He has to take a work call, so you'll see him a moment. Are you going to go fix your drink too? No, fix what I have damaged.
I'm not disliking the drink. So.
You're not.
No.
Okay.
I'm trying not to knock the camera though.
Okay. Did we lose people on Instagram? I don't know if I've just bored the crap out of everybody with my sad failure of a beverage. I mean, I thought it was going to be 22% more exciting than this. Really. And Trip says it needs booze. That's true. It does. I have no idea what's going on here. Now I have to monitor 2 different chats. I'm not really sure what's going on. Let's see. It needs booze. It's true. It does. But we can't have it for a little while longer yet. And so on a happier note, if you'll notice, I'm wearing a Gasparilla t-shirt because our episode this week was the Gasparilla 8K recap. And we talked a lot about the wonderful race experience we got. Everything needs booze. Yes. Rhonda Lee. Yes. Everything needs booze. I can't agree with you more. I'm wearing my Gasparilla t-shirt because all week long I've been feeling like when we recapped Gasparilla, I did not properly applaud Fitz and Rudy. Fitz Kohler and Rudy Novotny, who were our race announcers, who dressed up like pirates, who got us all excited at the Gasparilla Distance Classic 8K. The first time we were at the distance, I don't think I properly applauded them or talked about how appreciative I was of the ability to see Meb again. And speaking of that, we got him to sign our race hats. There's glare, so you can't really. I mean, it says run to win, and that's Meb. Hi, Susie. How's the packing going? Hi, Dan Rams. It says best wishes, run to win, Meb. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see that right there, but that is now a permanent part of our set, and we're so excited about it. There you go. See, now everybody has seen it. Susie, were your ears burning? We were wishing you luck for your Savannah half weekend, and give Darlene a big squeeze, a big hug for us, and also give yourself a hug, or maybe Darlene can give you a hug for us. I don't know. Now you're chilling. Okay. Apparently, I chilled this too much when I tried the drink. When I tried to make a raspberry frosé, it didn't work, which means I should leave craft services to Dana. That's what you've missed. So that must be exciting for you to realize that he's the smart one that does everything. So I dressed up a little like a pirate. Josh, did you have like an eye patch or something? I don't know. And you're welcome, Susie. Sorry. Hi.
This is me. Don't mind me.
We're moving. It's a moving chat. It's Dana. Welcome, Dana, back to the
You guys
chat.
saw this absolute mess of like cameras I had to like snake my way through there. Ugh.
He's back. Thank goodness. I was telling them how you have to be in charge of craft services because it's an epic fail right here.
I like this setup. Hold on. This is great.
Why?
I didn't have to make this, and this tastes wonderful.
Well, I think the more it melts, the better off we are.
Well, I was going to say, if we were having this outside where it's currently
like 80 something
degrees, it's a melt in no time at all. So
80 feels like 82 is what my watch
welcome
says.
to Florida.
I don't know. So I think I've bored our Instagram people to death.
I doubt that.
And I think that I bored all of our people over on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter to death because while you were gone, I was talking about the shirt. I was talking about the recap. I showed off the hats that Meb signed for us that are now a permanent part of the set.
Part of the set.
I said to Darlene and Susie that they needed to give each other hugs for us up in Savannah when they're together.
Say hi to Fitz for us.
And say hi to Fitz, yes, because we absolutely adore her and Rudy. And I'm so enjoying her reading her book.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. I love it. IG is having some issues. Huh.
IG. Oh.
I don't know what that means.
Cheryl was saying that Instagram was getting buggy.
Oh.
So she jumped out and went over to Facebook.
Oh.
So
well,
that is why.
Okay. Well, at any rate.
Rhonda Lee's still with us. She's having, I believe she said she was having a old fashioned tonight.
With what kind of bourbon?
Oh no, I saw John talking about his 1792 bourbon. Yeah.
He's winning. Is that like Jefferson's Ocean kind of or adjacent or
no.
No.
Jefferson's Ocean. I mean,
it's different.
1792 is very good. Jefferson's Ocean is one of those. And there's an argument. These are actually put on barreled and then put on a boat and aged at sea. There's argument as to whether or not there's really any benefit to that or if it's purely marketing.
Well, if it's aged at sea, then it has the sea air and the sea environment in order to age in.
Right. But it depends on the seasonality. How much of that expansion and contraction of the wood are they getting?
That's true.
So again, there's debate.
That's, I mean, it's a Buffalo Trace product is what John says. 1792.
Yeah.
So
I'm just talking about in terms of like top shelf, medium shelf, well call. And I'd say it's, like it's a name brand, but it's not like, it's not going to break the bank if you're buying a bottle.
Okay.
Jefferson's Oceans is expensive. That one's like, And
we had that at Bourbon and Beyond. Yeah.
We had that at Bourbon and Beyond as part of our VIP package. Yes.
And I'm trying to convince him to take me back there.
Uh-huh.
But apparently it's pricey.
Only if you want the VIP package.
Oh, it's not pricey if you want to just go.
Right. But then you got to buy everything a la carte.
Oh, then it becomes pricey anyway, right? So what's
Oh,
the
yeah.
point? So what's the point? Right?
Hashtag Buggy Graham. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, did we see Moon Knight yet? No,
No.
we have not.
What? It dropped today?
I think it dropped today.
I believe that's today.
So that'll probably be after our chat, after second workout before bed. Probably watch that. Haven't seen that. I'm very curious to see how Oscar Isaac does.
Mm.
I
It seems
I
kind of-
enjoy him.
it
I
seems
love the
like it-
character.
Seems like it would be like really stressful to watch.
You keep saying that.
The preview makes it look stressful.
Well, I mean, he is a character playing with multiple personality disorder. So that's a little stressful.
Right? Am I right? It would be very stressful based on the trailer. I don't think it's something we should watch before bedtime. It's very stressful.
We just had that last week. Cheryl, are you talking about 1792
Mm.
or Jefferson's Ocean?
Oh. Mm. Mm.
Oh, and Rhonda Lee's having a pre-mixed JP Weiser's pre-mixed old fashioned.
Oh, didn't we have like there was one in a can like ready made that we had once on a chat?
We did, which was not bad.
But I don't think it was.
I mean, it wasn't going to win any awards, but it wasn't bad.
Mm.
You know.
John thinks this the 1792 is very nice.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, we've had that one before.
I'm just gonna add the very nice.
Mark, hello, sir.
Mm.
Hello and welcome. We are having a
Welcome.
mocktail, a frozen mocktail.
Welcome. The sugar is not adhering to the. I'm just a hot mess this evening. Okay.
I don't know about all that.
Sorry. I am not the one who should win the award for craft services. If there are ever awards for our show,
Whoa.
what are you doing?
I'm clearly making a mess. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Don't mind me.
If there are ever awards for our show, you should get it for craft services and should always do craft services. And yeah. Not allow me to do it anymore. Okay. Just it's been a tumultuous pre-chat hour. Just saying things didn't turn out the way I expected them to turn out.
It turned out really good.
Okay.
And Cheryl confirms that it is in fact 1792 she's talking about. Yeah, that's one I think that we got introduced to at a hotel restaurant one night. Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh. Why was I thinking that it was Bourbon and Beyond? My bad. I don't know. Of course, I want to know if Rhonda Lee likes it, this pre-made old fashioned.
She just answered that question.
And I also
preemptively
want to know if she were to make hers, because she says what she makes better, what bourbon would be her bourbon of choice to make it with?
Ooh.
That's a question.
Well,
right?
I'll start off with that one.
Okay.
I'm a big fan for like a house bourbon to keep around for mixed drinks. I like Buffalo Trace. Right now, you can't find any down here to save your life.
You can't.
Of all things, right now, I'm liking was it Wild Turkey 102?
101.
Or 101?
101.
Liking that one as
you
a
like
house
that
bourbon.
As like a mixer.
Or for mixed
mixed
drinks. Because it's got enough of a rye, or enough rye in the mash bill, which is the grain that makes it up, has to be 51% corn, but has enough rye in there to really give it some oomph in the flavor, and it'll cut through any mixers. And I like, of all things, I've been on a kick, a little bit of orange bitters.
Yeah.
And then chocolate bitters, or there's a product by Fee Brothers in terms of bitters called Aztec chocolate bitters.
Oh yes.
And I just bought a new bottle of that because we used the old bottle up. But that is like Mexican chocolate. So it's got your chocolate, it's got
Spice.
cinnamon, probably some nutmeg in there also. And it tastes like abuelita hot chocolate or Mexican hot cocoa.
Has anybody had abuelita Mexican hot chocolate, Mexican chocolate that you can make hot chocolate? Oh my god.
Cheryl's having dinner and I forgot to ask her what was for dinner.
Oh my god. What is for dinner?
She's listening, so don't type.
Well, I mean, you don't have to type, but when you're done with dinner, tell us what you ate. Maybe.
Josh's like, shake it off, Amy.
Well, I mean, it's just whatever. You know, there's always next time. Right? I guess.
No, Rhonda Lee, I'm easy when it comes to bourbon. I'm not an expensive girl, so I would spend more on the mixers. You know, quality mixers makes a difference.
Oh,
It actually does.
Okay, so with an old fashioned, you would what? Use simple?
A little bit. Well, you could either do sugar cube
or simple.
And
the bitters.
A little either orange and chocolate bitters or the Aztec bitters, and that's really about it.
There are some
orange wheel and a nice nice cocktail cherry. That's it.
Yeah, there are some bars that will put a ton of cherry and a ton of orange in the glass and muddle that to death. And that's not. I think it takes away from the enjoyment of the bourbon and the bitters.
You prefer having the orange wheel intact. Yeah.
And the cherry.
Yeah.
And I like a Luxardo cherry.
Yeah, not the bright red maraschino.
Not a maraschino. If I'm for this drink. Yeah.
Oh, Katie's having Stella Artois.
Yay. It's good. I like their cider, which is spelled Cidre.
Cidre. Yes.
Right?
CIDRE accent.
Yeah. So.
Worried about Southern chocolate. It's very Nutella-like. I love Nutella, but not for an old fashioned.
Southern chocolate?
I don't know what that is. You got me on that one, Josh. Oh, okay. Rondalise, now you're talking my language here. She's, if I could get this thing to go. I use a natural brown sugar. Hold on.
Brown sugar.
That was incredible. It was so much better with a little bit of cherry. So, yeah, you could doll that premix up.
You can.
A little bit.
Sure. Add more bourbon.
That's one way to do it, I suppose.
Or not. I don't know. But brown sugar.
Well, yeah, you could do brown sugar. You could even do turbinado sugar
yeah.
Or what do they call it? What's the other fancy word for slightly?
Demerara.
Demerara. Thank you.
Demerara.
Yeah. It's Demerara when you make it a syrup. So
you learn something new every day.
Indeed. And John, are you having that as a mixed cocktail over there on the gram, or are you having it? Are you just sipping
on the rocks straight up? I don't know.
I mean, you are a fancy man now. John Schroeder, for those that don't know, he is doing some amazing events at the Innisbrook Resort here in Florida, and he's putting on these enormously cool and successful Cars and Coffee events. And
next one at the end of the month of April.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get up there for that one.
Yeah. 30th? April 30th.
April 30th.
April 30th. Yeah.
Yeah. That week we're going to be in Cocoa Beach, Florida.
You have to work.
I have work. You get to do stuff for the show.
Maybe. I might have to work a little bit.
Susie's being good tonight. Salad
How's she being good?
Salad and water, saving my eating and drinking for this weekend at
Oh.
in Savannah and Tybee Island. Go say hi to what's her name? Paula Dean. Her restaurant's there, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Still? Yeah. I don't know. But I hope so.
Yeah, there's some pretty killer food and beverage to be had in and around Savannah.
Because I want some good Southern food reports.
Oh,
That's what I want.
You got to have a chicken fried something while you're there. You got to have something with bourbon in it. What else? I mean, it's Georgia. Something peach.
Oh, yes.
Kind of have to.
Mm-hmm. So peach and then Southern fried something.
And going to a tiki bar. Nice.
Well, Susie did have Mai Tais with us at Donna, which was quite nice. And John Schroeder says he just locked in Ferrari of Tampa Bay as presenting sponsor and Sarasota Lamborghini.
Wow. So if you like cars and coffee, you should check out his event. I know he's created an event over on Facebook. If you think you might be down in the Tampa Bay area and you wanted to go check this out, I mean, it's just a few hours of going and seeing amazing cars. He always gets the best cars over there. And then
gorgeous.
John, who's your coffee
this time?
Or do you have a specialty coffee
yet.
locked in yet?
I mean, it's not even April yet. So
hold on. I almost hurt myself.
No.
We'd have a workers' comp claim.
No.
Well, that's very good. That's my serving of fruit for the day.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't like, if I had and it's not even a critique of the drink, the ingredient, raspberries. You cannot, once you bring them home, you are on the clock to use those things. So
why do you think I put them in the freezer?
If you don't freeze them, you got like 4 days. And
I put them in the freezer. Yeah. That's why.
I love them, but if you forget about them, they're done. They are done. What do we got here? Well, please do, Susie. I can't wait to see photos.
We want to know.
Yeah.
Is the Mai Tai good? There. That's what we want to know.
And Cheryl is running her first organized 5K, and I can't remember how many years on Sunday. Nice. Very nice.
Yay.
And Dan Rams had asked earlier if we were running in any of the 5Ks around here this weekend. I said, I run wherever you tell me we're running. So
I don't know what's going on.
We have nothing planned as of yet. But if that were to come up, the boss would tell me we're running, and we run.
I don't know. And then James Loves Trail Run says, go Cheryl for your 5K. So I don't know. I don't know what races that he speaks of.
I don't either.
I will have to consult.
We will see stuff from all over the country, and then they're running a half marathon, 10 minutes from your house. Like, what?
Port Charlotte is not 10 minutes from our house.
Okay, 30 minutes from our house.
I used to live there when I was a kid, and it's not 10 minutes from here. My dad used to commute from Port Charlotte to Cape Coral for work.
That's a hike.
30 minutes at least. Everybody is wishing Cheryl luck in her 5K.
Well, I know she's going to rock it.
Of course. Naturally.
And Trip, thank you for asking. The knee is still clicky.
Yeah.
I definitely did something more than just mild irritation to it back in December. I felt it when it happened. I know exactly where I was, when it was. So, went to the doctor, last
January,
month?
February?
Yeah. February. And they said, let's try anti-inflammatories and see how it works. That didn't cut it. So I've rescheduled to have to go back on the 15th. Probably have to get my guess is going to have to get an MRI and see.
Yeah.
And I've been looking at the stuff that you sent me, Josh, the knees of her toes. And definitely is good stuff for, I think, preventing any further injury. But I think that the damage has been done. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I can run on it. That has not been the problem. The problem that I have is anytime I'm not moving for any while. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Josh.
Hi,
The
Sarah.
the issue is like after exertion, I get, depending on how I move, how it ends up coming to rest for a little while, I get pain in the side of the knee, some weakness in the joint, which that tells me that there's might be a tear.
Disney
Again,
cocktails.
self-diagnosing. Don't listen to me. I'm not a doctor, but based on my experience from this knee in the past, what my guess is going to be. So I've already done a number on myself. So I will be using some of his techniques going forward for sure. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm gonna have to see what's up. Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe they send me to a regimen of PT and they give me some shots. I don't know. It's just, ugh.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a good thing we're not running Springtime Surprise, even though I'm having FOMO that it's this weekend. The Expedition Everest was one we wanted to run.
Well, Susie, thank you for popping in.
Susie, safe travels.
Safe travels. And yeah, Josh, indeed. I am, again, I felt it when it happened. So
Yeah.
I'm just waiting now. But I do appreciate you sending me some resources because, like I said, anything I can do to avoid it. But like, somebody has me doing yoga now, and it's interesting, like, oh, we're going to sit back on our knees, which normally I could do. Then the knee makes that challenging. We'll just say that.
Well, that's because you have to modify when you are injured.
Yeah.
If you're injured, or if you're having pain, or if your body isn't built to go that way.
Oh yeah. Well,
you have to modify.
Like I said, I know if without the injury, I would not have a problem doing it. It's just,
yeah. Does anybody else do yoga? Anyone? Let us know.
Well, I wanted to try out she's been doing it for so long to good effect, and I'm like, yeah, let me give it a shot. So we have it. We have an Apple TV, one of those hockey puck things you connect to your television, and we've got, because we both have Apple Music accounts and all that. We do
Amazon Music, Apple Music. We've got
all the subscriptions.
So many
because
things.
it's like every time you have an Amazon Prime account, you get Amazon Music and all this. But we have the Apple TV. Yeah. We've had them for forever, and they now got a fitness thing built in, and it links to your Apple Watch. So I was trying that out, and the yoga thing on that, I'm like, oh, let me give this a shot. This will be nice and relaxing. And it whooped my ass.
That one is not the one that I have been doing all this time.
No, yours is different.
Yeah. Mine is Eckhart Yoga, which is they have a channel on YouTube if you want to see what their stuff is all about, because they have a whole playlist for runners, which is how I found them. And now I have a membership so I can search through duration, teacher, type of yoga, level, whether it's like beginner or intermediate, or you can find the right thing. I think Sarah says I do it after I have problems with sciatica.
Yeah. Right there with you. That's been, I've actually tried out. Well, I tried out the Apple TV one. Really, really good workout. Like a 30-40 minute workout, was burning about 350 calories. I mean, it really kicked my butt.
Now you're editing yourself. Before you were not.
Well,
now you are.
Give me a minute. And then, I've tried the one that Amy's got through Eckhart Yoga, and that one's got way more variety than what Apple has currently released.
And I'm sure they'll add to their library, but
100%.
I really just like they have a whole stable of teachers. They have so many teachers, and then they have so many filters you can find. And I'm sure that a lot of people have other services that they are into on YouTube for, like, there's Yoga with Adrian. A lot of people say.
Somebody just mentioned yoga.
Yeah.
Cheryl just mentioned yoga with Adrian.
Mm-hmm. So I know that there are a lot of different ones. People find what works for them. But it's good. I feel like it helps me with my running, like the yoga for runners, especially when we're nearing race weekends.
Oh yeah.
Really helps to stay not tighten up after running or before.
I was gonna say, the thing I've noticed about it when I was in high school and college and doing martial arts really heavily, I was way more flexible than I currently am, of course. And then of course you get older if you're not staying in as much practice with it. And also the type of martial arts stuff that I did going from college into my professional life changed. So I've lost some of that flexibility, and some of the stuff that I'm like, oh, I can do this. I've no big deal at all. And then I'm like, oh no, I don't bend quite like that. So I'm having to get back into that, but it's been kind of nice. And I've already noticed a difference as far as just how I feel generally speaking. So that's been very helpful. And if I want to get an indoor workout, since we're still doing the 75 hard, I can do a yoga workout indoors if I need to get workout number 2 in, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's also been helping with sleep. So
yeah, it does. I mean, there are some specific practices to help you prepare for sleep.
Yeah.
Too, which I love. So some for running, some for sleep, some for just general flexibility. It's nice.
The stuff for lower back and hips and like outer hips, like that stuff for the running muscles has been really, really nice.
Yeah.
That's been helpful. But when they're like, yeah, get on your knee and sit back on your heels.
I can't do that even.
My left knee is like, what are you doing?
No, sometimes I just have to sit cross-legged.
Yeah.
Yes, there's always modifications. So, and that's what I like is you have to find the one that works for you. And I feel like you've heard me talk about it as non-judgmental yoga.
Yes.
But I feel like I'm an idiot if I do yoga in public. So I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I feel that way.
Well, I mean, you're all getting all bendy and, kind of compromised positions. So,
well, I mean, I feel like an idiot, but this practice I would do in public because I feel like they just are like, here are all the different ways you can modify depending on how you're built. So.
All right.
What did I miss?
Josh says
I can't read that.
Josh says on a completely separate note, Mrs. Renfro makes a blackberry Serrano salsa. That sounds, and it tastes like smoky blackberries. That sounds glorious.
Oh.
Glorious.
Salsa. What somebody was actually posting earlier today. Who was it? About some kind of jalapeno and fruit. Was it like a jalapeno and pineapple?
There's a food truck that's starting to operate in Southwest Florida, and they've got like a jalapeno and fruit lemonade.
Yes.
And I was reading you the menu.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
That's what it was. And I was thinking, oh, could we reproduce that? Like, we should. But I mean, who am I? You can't trust me in the kitchen. Clearly.
You did fine. and
it's like a bomb went off in there.
And yeah, Cheryl, we've got bolsters. She's saying, use a pillow between your butt and your heels. For me, yeah, that's what I'm currently having to do because of that left knee.
Exactly.
I just am it's the pain on the side of the knee for me right now that I'm like, oh yeah, that was not there before December. So that wasn't a thing. So I'm having to do the modification for that. But yeah, so we're giving that a shot. Like I said, I'm enjoying it thus far. For me, I always have problems with sciatic nerve pain. Same thing. Part of it's, years of having like a police belt on, now sitting at a desk a lot of hours during the day. It just wears on my tired old body. So yeah.
Hello. Backery, drop your name in the chat. And Jennifer Fink says, and I could be butchering the name of the person that I just welcomed on the chat, but Jennifer Fink says her internet is spotty and it's raining.
Ooh. Well, like I said, Josh has
Never
a
good.
major line of storms coming through where he's at. So, now Rhonda Lee is dropping some awesome ideas here.
No, you have to read them because I can't.
I have to read for Amy,
Yeah.
which just says, we should have a recipe corner in the Discord server for our tried and true recipes for great food and drink.
We should.
That, I think, is something we could absolutely do. So, keep an eye for those talking about our Discord server.
Yeah.
Patrons of the show have access to our Discord server and multiple channels within there. We have kind of a general chat and then chats dedicated to running, eating, and drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So, absolutely, I think that's a phenomenal idea. Yeah.
I just posted paella in there.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
From Booyah?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
That place is we talk about it on this week's episode. That place is no joke. And I mentioned in the episode they're in a couple of cities. It's a regional chain. Absolutely worth checking out. If they've got a location, it's like
Atlanta, I think.
Atlanta, Carolina, one of the Carolinas.
I think North Carolina.
One other one here in Florida. I think
a bunch in Florida. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if I am, let's see. What is Discord and what does it do, Dana? Is the question that we're being asked.
That's a great question, John Schroeder. Discord is one of those apps that initially was very popular with people who were doing online gaming, where it gave them a mechanism to do text and voice chat and video conferencing in a small app. It is cross-platform, so whether you on your mobile device or your computer, you can download Discord, and you can have access to the texting plus video conferencing and voice channels as well. And that's a benefit that all of our patrons get as part of our Patreon program, or through the patron program over on Podbean if you listen there. Or start a list of files in the Facebook group.
Well, we could do both.
That's true.
We could do exclusive stuff on the Discord.
See, I like where your head is at. I've got to do some stuff anyway. In fact, we have some family recipes we could share too.
Yes.
Including, some stuff around the holidays. Amy's insanely good bread pudding.
I do like it.
Eggnog bread pudding.
I do like it a lot.
It's glorious.
So Atlanta, Charlotte, Coral Gables. This is where the Bulla Gastrobar is.
Booyah.
Or yes.
It's spelled Bulla.
I'm sorry.
Bulla.
Yes.
Pronounced Booyah.
I am terrible. I can't do accents. If you listen to the show this week, I can't do that. I also can't pronounce words tonight or make cocktails.
I killed mine. What are you talking about?
Well, Atlanta, Charlotte, Coral Gables, Doral, Plano, Texas, Plano, Texas, Tampa, the Falls, which I think is Miami, because there's a when I used to work for Apple, there used to be an Apple store in the Falls.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. Winter Park, and that's the end of the list. So
yeah, they're absolutely killing it. Their food was incredible. We enjoyed covering that. You'll hear all about it on this week's show. Rhonda Lee, it's not just eggnog bread pudding. I'm sorry, it's Panettone eggnog bread pudding. So it's that wonderful bread, cakey bread with the dried fruit in it, and that's cubed, and then you make the custard base, the eggnog custard base, and then you bake those things. We do it in muffin tins for individual servings and for ease of transport,
because we usually take it to
my family up in Tampa.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. And you could do it hot or cold, doesn't matter.
It's true. I do like it warm though. And then I just think if you do it warm and then you rest it in a cloud of Cool Whip, or
that one, I think it begs for like vanilla bean ice cream.
Yes, also true. Also true. And I think a little drizzle of like honey would be good. Also, maybe I'm just dreaming of
honey.
Yes,
on that.
Or
I do caramel.
Why not? Yes, yes, and yes, yes. Yes. Yes.
We're terrible with recipes. We get an idea for something and make it up as we go. We eat a lot of good stuff, but have recipes for none of it. Sometimes that's the best way to just invent stuff. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you want to reproduce it, it gets a little tricky. And Rhonda Lee's like, I only finished supper a little bit ago, and now I want eggnog bread pudding. Right?
Oh, it's so good. It really is. And you can, you could put eggnog in there, or you can use like half and half, and then, you add rum.
Well, that is what you do.
And I've done it both ways.
Oh, you've actually used eggnog.
Mm-hmm. I've done it both ways, and I think that it works either way.
Yeah.
But
Rhonda Lee says her favorite diner here in Nova Scotia does bread pudding made out of cinnamon rolls. That would be insanely good.
I've seen recipes.
That's like monkey bread kind of.
Yes, for that. I've seen recipes on that. Also, I've seen recipes for bread pudding out of Krispy Kreme donuts.
Okay, there was an absolute insane video that I saw on TikTok, and somebody does something. The TikToker does this insane recipe out of Krispy Kreme donuts, and basically pouring this crazy custard over it and then baking the whole thing. And then sticks of butter, like it was like kind of like a dump cake almost, where they put like cake mix on top of this thing, and then put butter on top of that, and then bake the whole thing. It was absolutely insane. And I'm like, that has to be 2,000 calories a spoonful.
No amount of running would help.
No,
is what you're saying.
No,
but
it'd be glorious.
But see, like.
And Wilford Brimley would serve it right to you. Diabetes.
Dina. But if we're talking about like making a recipe that's really indulgent, we're talking about like the bread pudding. But a family recipe that I could share would be like my sister's mashed potatoes. Because they have
your
not
mom's
only
potato salad,
butter, but they have cream cheese and sour cream. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I have got to figure it out. Maybe I could find a recipe. One of my sisters one year at the holidays prepared deviled eggs that in the mix, the egg yolk mix, had a combination of bacon and horseradish. And it literally was like bacon fat drizzled in, horseradish, like raw prepared horseradish in, and plus of course, crispy pieces of bacon chopped up and put into the mix. It was, mind you, I'm going back 30 plus years. Okay. Haven't had them since. And I've always remembered those. And like, I need to make those.
What is the name of this recipe?
Deviled eggs. I don't know. She brought deviled eggs one year. It
needed some magical name.
I don't know.
Had me at bacon, lost me at horseradish, is what JoJo says. So she's on Instagram, and she has pierogies for dinner. Oh my God. Yes. Winning. And
Dwayne has jumped in on Facebook here. Look at those wonderful faces. And hello, sir. How are you?
Oh, how are you tonight?
Doing? Yeah.
Everything better with bacon.
Bacon. Yes. Bacon for the win.
Horseradish is not bad. And
if you don't like it, it is.
If you don't like it, I understand. But I think that it could make a lovely crust for a steak, or
It's a commitment. Look, horseradish is not a mild flavor, no
I
matter.
guess.
It's a strong flavor.
Yes.
If you're ambivalent about it, a little goes a very long way.
That's true.
If you don't like it, a little bit is too much. It's just like, I joke about cilantro. I totally get it. If you've got that genetic predisposition where cilantro tastes like soap, no amount of cilantro is okay.
I don't know.
I totally get it. I like to joke about that. I only kidding. But yeah, horseradish, I love it.
I love horseradish doing that as cream.
Like making a dip for like when you're doing like a prime rib,
mm-hmm. Yes,
a crust for a steak.
Yeah,
adding it to your gremolata.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot.
I like it.
A lot of ways you could do it.
I like it, but it depends on like if you like spice or different kinds of I like it. I like horseradish in Bloody Mary.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Sunday's Bloodies, baby.
Mm-hmm. Tell you what.
And Rhonda Lee agrees with JoJo.
Really?
Now, see, for me,
no horseradish.
I like horseradish in a Bloody Mary. I want to see the horseradish.
Me too.
Yes.
Yeah,
deviled egg salad. I mean, you could basically, you could do it as an egg salad. That'd be fine. I can, at the holidays, you can sit me in front of a tray of deviled eggs and I will just dunk, 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 dunk. I get all my year's cholesterol out of the way in one sitting.
No, I can't do it.
Sebastian, welcome to the chat, man. Yeah. It is the duct tape of food. Yes.
What is the duct tape?
Bacon.
Of food? Oh, bacon. Yes, it holds everything together. I mean, it held together one of my favorite appetizers in this week's episode.
We've had ice cream with bacon in it. It's absolutely phenomenal. We've had we've had just plain old bacon, like chocolate covered bacon. It's glorious.
That is glorious.
We've whether it's savory or sweet, you can absolutely do anything with it. It's insanely good.
I love bacon.
And Cheryl is on team horseradish.
Yay.
She loves horseradish.
My people. I understand if people don't have it. Ice cream and bacon. Yes, there is a maple bacon ice cream from Eulalie.
Yeah, Eulalie in Tampa. It's one of the most beautiful desserts. They basically, it's kind of like.
It also has bourbon.
Yeah, well,
it's everything we've been talking about tonight.
They do like a pool of creme anglaise, then they do a drizzle of their bourbon caramel sauce in there, and they make a little pattern in the creme anglaise. Then they set the ball of bacon, maple bacon ice cream in there, and then that's rolled in cornflakes. Also, they set it in the middle, and then they garnish it with bacon. It is beautiful, and it is so good, so tasty. And yeah, that's not going to be one that you're going to want to eat before you're going to your doctor.
Oh, and then they have like a little cone garnish, don't they? Like a little.
Oh, like a piece of waffle cone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also good. Also, yes. I really want it.
They certainly could, Dwayne.
What?
He says deviled eggs give you gas.
Well, yeah. I don't like deviled eggs. I'm not on team deviled eggs. I'm sorry.
That's more for me. I've known that about you for a while.
Yeah. I mean, but there are some people who don't like horseradish. So to each his or her own. It's your palate,
Yeah. Alabama's getting racked with some storms tonight. So Josh and JoJo, you guys be careful.
Yeah. Really.
What
is happening now?
Cheryl says, we did a beer and donut pairing last month, and one of the donuts was maple bacon, and they paired it with a coffee stout. Yes.
Sounds amazing.
Yes. Well, you could do Founders breakfast stout. There is a maple bacon coffee stout from Funky Buddha.
Yeah.
That's a commitment of flavor.
Yeah.
That's not like, certain beers like that. I've not had great luck with bacon flavored beer. A lot of times they don't use bacon. They use like a fake smoke flavor, or they use liquid smoke to get the bacon flavor. Not a fan of that. So it liquid very much beer. Depends on the beer.
Yeah.
They're not all created equal at all.
No, but I just
that sounds amazing, Cheryl.
I want a donut and a beer. now.
Number one, no, you're not. Number two, there's another TikToker who he does these things where it's like
What?
a split screen. She just says hashtag reasons why I'm fat.
No.
And then he does this split screen. It's him, heavy set dude with a beard. And then there's always some crazy food preparation. And he's like, and this is why I will never be a skinny man. I'm like, that's me. That's
Is
me.
he the one that like ranks the snacks and all that stuff?
No, that's the voiceover
that's
guy.
A different one. Okay.
Yeah, the voiceover guy on TikTok who does like the food, snack food discussions and rankings and all that. He and we might come to blows. If we become TikTokers, we might have to duet him on some stuff because he's just wrong about some of his assessment of like snack foods.
Round is a shape and I am round. That is true. Jojo has said the round is a shape and I am round. So yes. Yes. Also, yes.
I love it.
I am built for comfort.
I am built for comfort, not for speed. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, dear, it is the top of the hour, guys. We want to thank you all for hanging out for a little bit. All of you who are out west of us, who have that line of storms coming through, please be safe tonight. Be careful. Hunker down. Don't be out driving if you don't have to be out in it.
Yeah.
And make sure you got flashlight on hand because you just never know. I'm built for feed, not for speed.
Yay! There you go. There you go. That could be a shirt.
Oh yeah,
that could totally
be a shirt.
Cheryl, can we borrow that?
I like that.
Let us know.
But we do have a new episode up in the feed.
Everybody who's going to be in that line of storms, charge your phone, charge all of your stuff.
Yes.
Have portable chargers. There is a new episode in the feed. Yes.
New episode is in the feed. Check that out. We are talking about the Gasparilla Distance Classic. That is the shirt that Amy is rocking tonight. And it was an amazing event. We are looking for reasons to get you guys down to Florida. That should be one. If you're looking for a fast, flat course, and they offer a variety of distances,
8K,
all the way
5K, 15K, half.
And challenges.
You could do them all.
Challenge medals. Of course, it also gets you down to Tampa, Florida. Tampa, of course, is one of the biggest cities in Florida with one of the richest culinary histories and landscapes that you could partake in. And that goes for both food and beverage. We hinted at the restaurant we're going to be talking about on this week's episode, Booyah, who we talked about. You need to go listen to that episode and hear all about that amazing food and drink that we had. Well, Rondalee, we're glad that you could stick around and hang out with us.
Rondalee and Running Through Wonderland, Jen just jumped in here. Good luck at your springtime surprise. Have a blast. All the runners that are headed down there to do that, have a great race weekend. Everybody who's running in the Savannah half, tell Fitz we said hi.
Yes.
We love. Somebody
get a selfie, like a video with her and have her say hi to the Runcation Nation. That'd be great.
God, if you could do that, we would love it. But they have a whole race to run. I mean, come on.
I mean, after the race.
So Jojo has said something about find me a good half. Jojo says, find me a good half between now and September because she has vouchers to use.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like airline vouchers?
I guess. That's what she says. I guess.
Dwayne says, have a wonderful week. Eat more bacon. Yes.
Everything's better with bacon. Also, if you love horseradish, I do too. We are soulmates.
And Josh says, got to put my bacon in the oven. Best way to cook bacon, just saying.
Well, it's got to be that thick West Virginia bacon. So, what is it?
Sebastian, everyone on TikTok. I just got a job as a manager at Starbucks, and all the people training with me and working with do nothing but talk about stuff on TikTok. Sebastian is caffeinating the masses. Awesome.
Congratulations.
You're doing the Lord's work.
Coffee rules. I need to try the oven method for bacon. Is what Jojo says.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You get consistently crispy bacon and it doesn't curl up on you. Just saying.
And Jen is willing to take video for us at Disney somewhere. I think that is important.
That would be wonderful.
It would be awesome. If you got race announcers that are like Carissa, who were willing to say hey to the Runcation Nation, we would love that.
And Carissa knows Amy.
I mean, well, we think she does. Say hi to Jeff. We love him.
We think she does. She
Maybe
says hi to you all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, she's very good at making
very
you
busy.
Feel like you are number one when everybody else is in the room. She's very good at that. Celebrating people crossing the finish line. Much like Fitz is fantastic at celebrating people and making finish line moments special. I talked about that on a coffee chat this week.
We don't have a dedicated air fryer. We have an air fry feature in our microwave, and I have not been willing to put bacon in there. So yeah, I bet that would work very nicely. Probably it's basically the same kind of concept. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt that would work. But yeah, guys, new episode is up. Runeatdrink.net. Go there, click on listen now. Even better, subscribe in your favorite podcatcher for us. And thank you guys for coming and hanging out over here with us with our non-alcoholic cocktails. And we're trying out these new to us anyway, alcohol removed wines.
Maybe
not just grape juice with extra steps. It's actually very good. Not a sponsor of the show. We're just trying it out. So
could be.
Come on, free. You know you want to. Anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out.
Sorry.
Amy's doing a coffee chat in the morning.
Sorry that I butchered the
You did great.
The recipe this evening. I'm going to try and leave craft services where it belongs.
We will talk to you guys.
Have a great week. Have
soon.
Great races, everybody. We
Yes.
love you so much. This is a highlight of our week, and we can't thank you enough for dropping in and spending any time at all that you can with us.
Absolutely. So Amy, we'll talk to you all tomorrow over coffee, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Yeah.
Bye.